What's up, guys? My name's Andy, and I'm actually a computer science student at Full Sail, and I'm here to kind of just talk about Full Sail as a whole, kind of cover the big question that I see a lot, and kind of just give a in-depth review. I'm on month 5, and just kind of, any student who wants or has been thinking about going to Full Sail, maybe this video helps them. So, the biggest question is Full Sail a scam? The short answer is no. Full Sail isn't really a scam. It is its own accredited style college where you can go to school, you can learn what the degree of your choice, and they will help you by giving you all the tools you need, and also encourage you to network so that you can get a job in the field that you're studying, right? Just like any other college. Now there are two things. Full Sail is right for you if you're going to school for that degree and that degree only, right? You're not going to school as a computer science major. I'm going there to get my bachelor's, and master's is really going to be hard to go get because it's not the same accreditation as something like Georgia State or Georgia Tech, right? These schools don't share the same accreditation. So if I were to go from my bachelor's to a master's, I may have to take some classes or I may have to take a specific test. And knowing that is a very key feature, because if your goal is to get a master's in the long run, you should be asking these questions for the degree that you're going for. So if you're going to school to be, a computer engineer, or you're going to school for game art or game dev, right? And then you want to get a master's in mobile dev. Well, Full Sail has that. Full Sail has master's in mobile dev, I believe. So you can do that through Full Sail. But if your plan is to go to Full Sail and then go to Harvard, right, which is not going to happen, right? That's not people's mentalities. You probably should be talking to both schools to see if they transfer you over. Now, the next big thing, and this is the one that I love to cover, is if you're 18 and you're watching this video and you're just about to graduate high school, the best advice I can give you is really think about what you want to do. And everybody's going to tell you to do what they think you should do. Everybody should tell you that you have to go to college. Everybody's going to tell you that getting a degree is the way to go. And the truth of the matter is, do what makes you happy, but also do research and what's practical. When I was 18 years old, I wanted to go to Full Sail, fresh out of high school, and I wanted to go for computer animation. I'm so happy that I couldn't afford Full Sail back then, because I am not artistic. I am not that form of tech savvy where I could, sculpt and scale and design, right? That's not who I am. And going back to Full Sail at the age of 26, a couple of years later, and in between then I owned a few businesses and got involved in my community. I've learned that, computer animation is not for me. Computer engineering and software is where I would be happy. So it took me some time. It took me some time to learn that. And I'm really happy I didn't go all those years, because all those years ago, Full Sail was pretty expensive, right? I was trying to go there on campus. Online didn't exist. I don't even think they had computer science at the time. And, back then I just didn't know what I wanted to do, and I was just willing to do whatever because I wanted to go to this beautiful school with this beautiful campus and this, a bunch of gamers like me, right? Like that was the mentality. Well, the fact is, Full Sail is a beautiful school. Full Sail is this great place for gamers, but Full Sail is hard, right? If I had to, tell you, hey, is online or on campus harder? Campus is harder than online. To kind of cover that, online is every Monday your new week starts, right? Your class is 4 weeks. On Monday, you log in, you see what you need to do, You break your things up in a time management schedule. You figure out when your lectures are. You can watch them or you don't have to, right? You don't have to be there that day if you can't make it because maybe you're at work, maybe you're doing, you have life. You have to go back and watch them. So time management is a very key thing here. You have to be able to go in, say to yourself, well, you know what, Andy, I have to watch this video before I go to work because I need to watch my lecture, right? Or maybe I'm going to watch it on the bus to work, or I'm going to watch it, in between my lunch break, right? Whatever I have to do to time manage my skills. Versus an on-campus student, you go to class at a specific time. You can't be late. You can't not show up. They'll fail you. You don't go to 2 classes, I believe. They'll fail you. And on top of everything else, everything that you do that day is due that day on campus. So to go more into that, as a Full Sail student online, everything's due. The first thing's due on Thursday. The next thing's usually due on Sunday. Now this can change on your teacher and what class you're taking, but from my experience, Thursday and then Sunday, right? On campus, if you take a class that day, the lecture's due that day. It's due by the end of the day at midnight. If you don't do it, 10 points late. You don't turn it in, fail, right? It's harder. It's the same degree, takes a month longer, or month longer online. So it's hard, online's easier. The big thing that people always ask is, how is it? Do you like it, right? Is Full Sail the right fit for you? Andrew, you went back to school. Do you enjoy it? And I do. I really, really do. I've done my Core 4, which are, your first basic classes. I've done my first class in my degree, which is Programming 1. I've actually taken a harder math class, and then I'm getting ready to take my next programming class. So I kind of cover those things. Full Sail does give you the tools if you're willing to learn. So the first thing you really learn is, you learn creative presentation. Creative presentation is pretty much this. They teach you how to get in front of a camera and how to presentate, whether it's you in front of the camera or you're just building just something to show to people in an office, right? They teach you how to be an employee or how to be somebody who could speak to others. Communication is key in our industry, and it's very valuable, so they teach it. The next class you take is more about learning what your degree is. So to go into that, I was originally a web dev student. I was going there for web design and development, and I switched to computer science after doing some research. I learned that every job that I wanted to apply for required a computer science degree. Now, web design could have got me in the space, and it definitely could have got me through the doors, but I couldn't help but feeling pigeonholed. I felt that if I got a web design and development degree, I would be stuck in that niche, and if I ever wanted to go the computer software route, which I ended up finding that I love, I would have been stuck in the field that I chose that I maybe wouldn't have loved as much. So I made the switch. Full Sail actually didn't penalize me for that switch either. They pretty much said, hey, look, we can get everything rolling. I did tell them early, I didn't wait last minute. And they switched my classes up, got everything taken care of. Did require some calling and some phone calls. And they actually let me even keep the MacBook that I paid for my web design and development, even though it wasn't in my computer science major. And they did ask if I wanted to pay for the other computer because they won't let you swap them. You just have to buy. You'd have to buy it, right? You'd have to buy it through your loans. I chose not to because I didn't need another Microsoft or Windows-based laptop because I do have this beautiful rig behind me. And yeah, so that was a really good class, and it did teach me a lot, and it did teach me how to manage my time and time management. Lastly, the next class is the big one that I noticed a lot of students failed, which was discrete mathematics. It is a math class that's a college level, right? When you go to Full Sail, and you do anything art-based, they don't make you take a math placement. When you get to discrete mathematics, if you didn't take the math placement, discrete mathematics is going to be hard, right? The best advice I can give you is to go online, go into the Discords, and find a study group of other students to sit there and really read off the work to, and kind of just bounce ideas off of each other. I can guarantee you that you're going to network and find friends that you're going to have forever if you do that. If you don't, you're going to fail. Or maybe you have a really good support system around you and somebody else can help you. But I do recommend networking with colleagues that are in the same field as you, because when you graduate, if John gets a degree and he gets a job right out the gate, maybe you and John are friends and he recommends you, right? So that's a big thing. Full Sail comes off as a scam a lot of times because of the accreditation. People go to the school thinking that it's accredited or the same accreditation as, Harvard or as Georgia State or Georgia Tech, right? It's the same accreditation, because this word thrown around. Is your school accredited? Is your college or place where you've gone to accredited? Well, the fact is it is. It's just accredited in its own way. Full Sail has a very good reputation for students in the game dev, the audio engineering, the game art, and the gaming industry as a whole, right? Between sports, esports, everything else, there's a very, very good reputation there. Now, here's to say, there are other colleges that also have those reputations. Full Sail is just the one that's really big, right? And it's got a really beautiful campus. So, we can touch back, right? Is Full Sail a scam? Well, if you go there thinking you're going to have a good time and game and do nothing, yeah, it's going to be a scam, because you're going to blow 20 grand in just a year or two and throw it all away. But if you go there thinking that you're going to manage your time, you're going to grind out the work, you're going to surround yourself with a support system, and you're going to actually take it seriously, Full Sail can be one of the best things you ever do in your life as going to college. Now, here's to say there are people who have gone to college, had great attitudes, and they can't get a job. But that's every college. That's every school. There's always somebody that's doing that. And the fact of the matter is, you're not going to be jobless forever if you keep applying yourself and building projects and building portfolios. And if you can't get hired, just go start a company, right? I can say it, and it could sound easy, but you can do it, right? It's definitely an option. So, I don't think Full Sail's a scam. If you've been scammed, please send me the video. I'd love to sit down and have that conversation with you. I'd love to hear your side and why you feel you were scammed, because I have friends who have gone to college and they're just so angry, right? They're so angry at the college they went to because they felt like they weren't informed, or because the admissions director didn't tell them that their degree is a hard field to get into, right? And their job isn't to do that. Their job is to get you in the school, right? Their job is to onboard you. If you go to college saying that I want to be a game developer, right? Full Sail's not going to tell you no. They're going to say, great, apply yourself, work hard, you might get there, right? They say that because guess what? Everybody wants to be a game developer. Everybody wants to be a game designer. Every nerd wants to make his own video game, right? Everybody thinks that's great. Shit, I'm a computer science major. I would love to make a video game, but I know that's not for me, right? So have the mentality of it's going to be hard, be ready, and it won't be a scam. But if you show up there thinking that you can be lazy and pass by and get a job, you might get the degree, but you're not going to get the job. Peace out.